I had read a story. I was sure of it, even though I couldn't remember what the story had been about. Nor could I recall who else had been with me in the house, except that there were two of them, and they had become mere shadows on the wall. Now, by the fence, the wildflowers and goldenrod and the weeds twined together and became something else, and roots splayed out into me, and atop my head grew a sapling. My balance was terrible. I had to hold the sapling with both hands because I knew that if the sapling snapped, it would kill me. But soon the weight would be unsupportable. Soon, I would be beyond repair. The story creature that had sprouted from my head was restless and had tasks to accomplish. So I plunged deep into the forest in the dark of night, raging across the paths there, smashing into trees, backtracking, unable to know where I was or trying to wrest control from the thing that wanted to control me. But soon I adhered to paths despite myself. Soon I cohered and came to know balance and lifted my hands from the atrocity jutting from my crown. Soon I walked smooth and slow, and no root tripped me, and no false trail fooled me. I could see in the dark by then, or it could, and what really by then was the difference? By dawn and the calls of birds, I recognized, through the grayness, the side of a hill and a clearing, and there I turned once more to the left and pitched face first into the grass and dirt and crawling beetles. The story creature's roots plunged greedily through my brain and through my soft palate and through my lower jaw, seeking the soil. While above me, the swaying sapling had become a young tree, or had taken on the appearance of a tree. It could never have been a tree. I lay there, face planted, with some thing growing through me, and I let it soak up inspiration from the earth and from the air and from the new sun. I was awash in dreams of chlorophyll and photosynthesis. We lay like that for a long time until the story creature had used all of me it needed. Then it withdrew, and cared not how harsh that might be, for even in that short time I had become dependent, and the retreat was like screaming against an addiction. A hole had been left behind, and my consciousness ached and jumped through the hole again and again like it led to hell or to nothing, and all my atoms frayed at the edges or spread out wide, or seemed to, and I did not know if I was dead alive or just dead. My left leg was a withered thing now, a wet pant leg wrung out to dry, and my left arm I left in the soil. It broke off when I tried to rise, and the stump refused to bleed, but after the snap became just like an old rotting tree branch. I think I carried it around with me, waving it around with my other arm, like something demented and foolish and out of date. I was in the world, but I was not in the world, endless and numb, yet in agony. I was shooting through an empty sky with the stars all fallen to the ground, and every star cut whatever it touched, including me, and all the stars that fell touched me. I could not stop reaching out to make contact, even though it made so little difference to my fate. I did not wake for 100 years. I did not wake for 100 years. This was truth. This is the truth. When I woke, a century had passed, and the hillside had folded in itself and become overgrown with vines, and the story creature appeared to have long left and perhaps passed on its message to others, and now, beyond the hill, lay a vast and unyielding desert, and facing me on the fertile side, my withered leg pointing at it, was a waterhole from which drank any number of disquieting animals. They held shapes my eyes did not want to recognize, although some held no real shape at all, but I knew they were other story creatures and had spread more than one story. Some I could only see out of the corner of my eye. Others had the right number of legs but no symmetry and trailed across the ground at odd angles, drawing deep lines in the mud. They snorfled and snuffled and grunted at the waterhole. They fought and died there, too, raising tusks and claws and fangs, and turned the edge of the water to a bloody froth, only to come back to life and forget a moment later their conflict.